Hi friends, welcome back to your practice. I am Katie Arnold, and today we are going to do a yoga flow for digestion. Hang with me here. But if you ever have those days when things are maybe feeling a little bit stuck, or maybe just your belly kind of hurts, things don't feel great, but you still want to get in a great yoga class, this is a great practice to do at home. Even if your digestion is feeling just fine, this is still going to be a great class to get into the body, to connect with your body, mind, and soul. And I know you guys are going to love it. So let's get that digestion moving. I bet we all could use it. All right, so we're gonna get started in an easy seat. Cross your legs, nice tall spine. Just start to ground yourself down and into your space. Hands can rest on your knees, and maybe you blink your eyes shut. Just allow yourself to begin to soften, knowing that when we are in that space of kind of fight or flight, it's not going to help anything, especially not our bellies. Focusing on that breath, slowing it down, really becoming mindful and aware of every breath. Just a couple more moments here to be still, to be at ease. That right hand, place it beside your right hip. Inhale, reach that left arm up and over towards the right, getting a nice side body stretch here. Think about pressing those sit bones down into the mat. Keeping that breath. Reaching through those left fingertips. Sitting up nice and tall. Planting that left hand, cross your ankles the opposite way. That left hand will stay down by the left hip. Inhale, reach that right arm up and then over towards the left side. Maybe noticing if that right hip tries to pop up a little bit, and just let it pull back down towards the mat. Extending through that right arm all the way through the right fingertips. Like this one long line of breath and energy from the right hip all the way up through those right fingertips. And coming back up through center, place that right hand down, roll over those ankles, and we'll meet in our neutral tabletop position. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Create that long line of energy here through the spine. Then inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, coming through our cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale through cow, heart shines forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale through cat, spine rounds, pull it up towards the sky. Move between these two poses. Move with your breath. Move with your body. Maybe notice if any extra movements would feel nice here. Sway the hips, gazing over one shoulder or the other. Try to release any tension. Maybe you pause somewhere that you feel a little bit of tightness. Send your breath down into that space, and then only when it feels good, moving back through that opposite pose. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds of breath, however many cat and cows that means to you. If you are holding and using that breath to explore each posture a little bit more. And meeting back in our neutral tabletop position, go ahead and curl those toes under and send the hips high, finding downward facing dog. Pedaling out those heels, bending one knee, bending the other, opening up the backs of the legs and the hamstrings. Releasing any tension that you might be holding on to in that low back. Beautiful, beautiful. Start to find some stillness. Keep a nice bend in those knees if that feels really good to you today. Pulling the heels towards the mat. They don't need to touch, but we're going to move in that direction. Strong breath, strong pose. And start to tiptoe your feet up towards your hands, finding a forward fold at the top of the mat. Take a nice breath in and out. Heel toe those feet to hips with distance. Press your hands into your shins. Inhale, halfway lift along the spine. And exhale, fold forward. And inhale for that halfway lift. And exhale, fold. One more time like that. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, stand all the way up, nice and slow, sweeping those arms up overhead. And exhale will come all the way right back down. Inhale, halfway. Plant those hands to the mat and step back to your high plank. Building a nice strong foundation. Core is engaged, a long line from the crown of the head through the heels of the feet. Belly button up towards the spine. Nice breath in. And exhale right back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep that left foot down. Inhale, send that right leg high. And exhale, step it through in between your hands. Let that left knee drop down onto the mat. Top of that left foot plants. And you can just stay right here. Hands framing that right foot. Keep that knee tracking right over the ankle. Send the breath down into the hips, opening, creating space. Nice breath in and out. Curl those left toes under. Inhale, lift that left knee. And exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Grabbing onto that left wrist. Take a nice side body stretch over to the right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale all the way back up through center. And exhale, folding forward, top of your mat. Inhale, up halfway lift. And exhale, step that left foot to the back of your mat. That right foot is forward still. That is how we want it to be. We're going to keep that left knee up this time. And take a nice big breath in. And exhale, can you just step the right toes back so we meet in that high plank. One more inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Tops of your feet come down onto the mat. Hands stay right underneath your shoulders. Pull those elbows in close to the side of the body. Inhale, head lifts, chest lifts, baby cobra. Stay for your breath out. Breath in. Breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press yourself up through tabletop and back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. 2 rounds of breath between sides. Keeping that right leg down, inhale that left leg back. And exhale, step it through in between your hands. That right knee comes down this time. Setting up your nice low lunge with hands framing that left foot. Breathing down into the hips. Core stays strong and engaged. Maybe taking a few exhales, really letting go. We know stress won't help our bellies either. Curl those right toes under. Inhale, lift that right knee and step it forward, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, sweep up. Exhale, grab onto that right wrist, side bend over to the left. Breath in, hand out. Inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, fold forward, top of your mat. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right toe step back, left foot is forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, step it back, high plank. 1 inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Tops of your feet to the mat. Inhale up for that baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. We'll take a couple rounds. Inhale for the baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale up through your tabletop. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath. Inhale, send that right leg back behind you. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Plant that left heel down and inhale, send the arms high, warrior 1. So we're squaring our hips with the front of the space. That right knee is tracking over that right ankle. Arms are reaching up towards the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more inhale. Exhale, open up for your warrior 2. Spinning those arms open to a T. Looking for about a heel to arch alignment with your feet. Gazing over that front middle finger. Opening through those hips towards that long edge of your mat. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, start to straighten that right leg. Reach those right fingertips forward and exhale down for your triangle pose. Left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. We'll be here for about 10 rounds of breath. And try to keep that right hand light on that right shin. You're about halfway. Keep that breath going. Strong foundation. Take 1 more inhale in this triangle pose. And exhale, bend into that front knee. Find a low lunge at the top of your mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, step it back to that high plank. One inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Tops of your feet to the mat. This time, sweep those arms back behind you. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. Zip those legs together. And on an inhale, find your locust pose. So head lifts, chest lifts, legs lift, arms lift. Belly rooted down towards your mat. Breath in. Breath out. 2 more full rounds here. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Slide your hands up underneath your shoulders. Inhale up to your tabletop. And then this time, those legs, the knees are going to stay right where they are. You're going to start to walk those fingertips forward, those hands forward. And maybe your chest can come all the way down onto the mat. If that's too far, just bring your forehead down onto the mat. This is our puppy pose. And if this is way too much in your body today, I invite you to just take a child's pose, but this will get you a little bit deeper, a little bit further. And ever so gently start to press yourself back to your tabletop position. When you're ready, back to your downward facing dog. What we do on one side, we need to do on the other. So ground down into that right foot. Inhale, send that left leg high. And then exhale, step it through in between your hands. Plant that right foot down onto the mat. And start to sweep those arms up high, finding that warrior one. This was just our transition before, but we're still going to set it up properly. Hips square to the front of the space. Try to feel like you're on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. One more inhale. And exhale, opening up warrior 2. You might notice I extend my stance with my feet. I have a little bit more space. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. And inhale, straighten that left leg, reaching those fingertips forward, and then bringing them down for triangle. Right arm up and reaching towards the sky, reaching towards the ceiling. And again, planning to be here for about 10 rounds of breath. So can you use that breath? Can you focus on that breath? Last breath in. And exhale, finding that low lunge, hands framing that left foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, step it back, high plank. One big inhale. Exhale, down onto the belly. Arms back behind you. Inhale up for that locust pose. 3 rounds of breath. Strong back. Final inhale. Exhale, lower. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up through your tabletop. And again, walking those hands forward, Finding that puppy pose, sending the hips high. Gently pressing yourself back up through tabletop and back to downward facing dog. Nice breath in and out. Walk your feet to the top of your mat and come all the way down onto a seat on your back. Rolling all the way down onto your back. Feet are going to stay planted on the mat, about hips width distance apart. Walk those feet in until you can lightly tickle your ankles with your fingertips. Palms pressing down onto the mat. Start to tuck that tailbone. Inhale, lift the hips high, finding a bridge pose. And exhale, lower down. We're going to take about 5 to 10 rounds of a moving bridge pose. So inhale, lifting the hips. And exhale, lowering them down. Moving with your breath, if that's a little bit faster or a little bit slower than mine, that's okay. Move with your breath. Taking just one more. This time when we get to the top, we'll hold it for about 3 breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, lowering down. Once the hips hit, windshield wiper those knees gently side to side. And then extend that left leg out and hug the right knee in. This is called wind releasing pose. I'll let you use your imaginations for this one, but hug that knee into the chest. Focusing on that breath. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, start to cross that right leg over towards the left side of the body. Right arm can come out to the side. Taking a nice twist. And inhaling back through center, switching out the legs. So sending that right leg long, bringing the left knee in towards the chest, hugging it in for this wind releasing pose. And Taking that left knee and crossing it over towards the right side of your body. Left arm can come out long. Coming back through center, bringing both knees into your chest, gently rocking side to side. And we'll find Supta Baddha Konasana, or butterfly on your back. Soles of your feet together, knees out nice and wide. I like to bring one hand to my heart, one hand to my low belly. Sending love down into the belly, into the digestive tract, the digestive system, giving it some love, knowing that this practice was focused and intended to help support that part of ourselves. And if this is where you want to stay, I invite you to stay right here. Otherwise, just go ahead and extend both legs out nice and long, your arms out long. Finding your final Shavasana, your final resting posture. And gently reawaken the body, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling the ankles and the wrists. I invite you to reach long fingertips to toes. And then rolling over onto your right side. Finding a fetal position, taking this moment for you, feeling gratitude for yourself for taking this practice for you, for what you need. And gently press yourself up to a nice, easy seat. Hands can rest on your knees, they can come to heart center. I hope this practice was just what you needed today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Namaste.
Hi friends, I'm just popping back in here real quick to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Like this video, comment below, and if there's something specific that you want to see, let me know that as well. Go find me on Instagram at I am Katie Arnold, and I would love to bring a class just for you.